This week's Martha's Collection feature is a beautiful cape that I'm estimating to be from the 1920s. It is fashioned from a gorgeous, vibrant shade of teal and features a large fur collar of a type of fur that I am not quite certain what it is. One person thought perhaps it was a goat fur. It has a very long nap on it. If you know what it is, please reach out and let me know. Capes were an important part of fashion in the 1920s, and here is an online delineator magazine from 1925. I love it when these old catalogs and magazines are published online so that you can view them, and you can see some wonderful examples here of different capes from 1925. You can see they're very simple with either little or no closures, where it was simply held in place with your hands. And then here is an example of what the accessories might have looked like with it. How beautiful. So I was trying to figure out which relative of Martha's might have worn this, and there was a dress, as shown here, that had this note attached to it. And this was Lois Nash, the LCN, and she wore that dress for a wedding in 1925. So she would have been 29 at the time. So I think it's possible, and this is just a guess, that she wore that cape with that dress for that wedding. And I just think that's fun to think about. So obviously I'm not going to attempt any cleaning on it. It does need a little bit of repair work. One of the neckties had become separated, so I'm going to reattach that. And then there was also little bits of paper, and I'm not quite sure all what was in that, the fur collar. So I'm just going to do some repairs on this one, just reattaching it with the strong thread. And then the other one had just barely been hanging on by one thread. So then I re-secured that as well, because of course there would have been more kind of stress in that area when using the ties to secure the cape. So now to get all those little bits of mystery paper, and that's actually a little bit of a feather, I just used, I wore some gloves with this because I'm not quite sure where this paper came from. And I just took a fine tweezers and just little by little kind of worked my way through the fur collar to remove all those bits. I was actually really surprised of what good of condition the fur is. I've had vintage furs over the years, and a lot of times the pelts just start to break and fall apart, and I'm really surprised at what good of condition this is. It's almost like more of a wool than it is a fur. So the lining was pretty wrinkled, so I decided to press that. And again, I am surprised at how wonderful the condition is of it. Just a few spots. And here is a close-up of the hand stitching that was done to create that lining. Beautifully done. And as I was pressing, I discovered these tiny little side pockets. They're just shallow enough, maybe that each one held a glove. I'm not sure. And then here is another beautiful pocket. I love these details, all this work that went into making this little pocket that, of course, like nobody saw except for the wearer. Beautiful hand stitching, that little rose and the gathers that were done by hand, just lovely. And here's an inside out image to show that lining. So normally capes are fairly straightforward with the kind of construction of them. This one did have some pleats done at the back shoulders that would have added a little bit of fullness and maybe allowed for a little bit better movement for the wearer. And there's an image of that back, just that 1920s kind of straight silhouette. And some more shots. There's that pleats on the side there. So this is just a beautiful example of 1920s fashion where the wearer would have, I think, perhaps only worn this a few times. Was it just worn for that wedding? Maybe was it worn just a few other times for some special occasion? Was it made for something specific? I just think these examples are just gorgeous. And look at again, that detail of that pocket. It's just a beautiful example of 1920s fashions and capes that have come and gone in fashion over the years. And this one's a beautiful survivor. And how fun to see this gorgeous, vibrant shade. We're so used to seeing images in black and white. This beautiful, colorful survivor is still gorgeous 100 years later.